Marauders. The Pope John Lions, Mike Formasano along with you. As the batter, number 9, Peter Zoccolillo, steps up to the plate. Here's Jack Portman with the first pitch. In there, called strike. We must have dropped the feed somewhere in the bottom of the third inning, so my apologies. We've just gone ahead and saved that and fired this one back up. Check the archives later and make sure that we save innings 1, 2, 3 on YouTube. Outside, 1-1. So we're with you here, top of the fourth. If you're just joining us, it's Mount Olive 2, Pope John 1. The Marauders scored 2 in the top of the first. Pope John got one back in the bottom of the second on an RBI double by Nick Struble. Here's the pitch by Portman. Grounder to first. Johnson fields. Flips to Portman, who covers. Nice play. 3-1. And they get Zoccolillo at first. One down. And now the batter, number 22, Justin Bullock. Portman has done a good job settling down after that first inning. In there, called strike. On deck for Mount Olive, number 23, Lewis Carter. Portman deals. Outside, 1-1. Now the pitch by Portman. Oh, clipped the catcher, and the umpire said it did clip the batter, so he's going down to first. Hit by pitch, and Bullock to first. So a runner on first, one down. And now the order turns over to Lewis Carter. Carter, a left-handed stick. His pitch. Swing and a miss by Carter, 0-1. Now Porter looks in. Portman. Pitch. Low. Bullock on first. On deck for Mount Olive, David Harmon. Portman fires. Low. Two and one to Carter. Portman checks the runner at first. His pitch. Low and inside. 3-1. Portman checks the runner. Fires. Outside, ball 4. So Carter works a walk, and now Mount Olive with another rally. One out. Runners on first and second, and the batter, number 11, David Harmon. Harmon, the second baseman for Mount Olive today. Pammy comes back to the plate after talking with Portman. Lions back at it on Monday. Home to Don Bosco, the Ironman. 4:30 p.m. We'll have that for you on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike. 0-1 to Harmon. Portman's hat keeps falling off. Oh and 1 to Harmon. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. On deck, number 18, Jake Asbury. Portman checks the runner at second. Now the pitch. In there, called strike on the inside. 1-2 to Harmon. One down, top of the fourth. Lions have some activity in the bullpen. Daniel Gigante getting loose. Here's the pitch by Portman. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Portman rings up Harmon. And now 2 down. The batter, number 18, Jake Asbury, the third baseman. 2 down now. Portman checks the runner. Now the pitch. In there. Called strike. Portman from the stretch. In there. Called strike 2. Portman 1 strike away from getting out of this top of the 4th unscathed. Jack looks in. Checks the runner. Now the pitch. High. 1-2. Portman with the pitch. Ball. 2-2. Two pitch coming from Portman. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Asbury couldn't touch the Uncle Charlie from Jack Portman. And the Lions out of another inning without giving up a run. We're through 3.5 here at Pope John High School. It's 2-1 Mount Olive over Pope John. We'll be back for bottom of the 4th action after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back for bottom of the 4th action here at Pope John High School between the Pope John Lions and the Mount Olive Marauders. 2-1 Mount Olive leads. Mike Formisano here calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Saturday morning/afternoon as we've crossed over the AM/PM line and we're now into the afternoon. Leading off for Pope John, number 18, Evan Rose. On deck, Miles Missoni, number 15. And then after that, Joseph Manco, number 31. In the bullpen for Pope John, not only Daniel Gigante getting loose, but Beckett Weeks going ahead and tossing some to the catcher as well. So we'll see if either Gigante or Weeks come in for Portman as the game goes on. Portman, a lot of action earlier in the season as a reliever. So he got the start today because he hadn't pitched in a while. We'll see how long manager James Manco wants to go with him. Well, as far as Mount Olive's concerned, they're going to go with Braden Longo for another inning. 4 innings now of work for Longo. And the batter leading off for Pope John, Evan Rose. Here's the pitch by Longo. Fouled off, out of play. 0-1 to Rose. Pope John giving up 2 runs in the top of the 1st inning on a sac fly and then a rundown between 1st and 2nd that allowed the runner from 3rd to score. Pope John getting a run back at the bottom of the 2nd. Swing and a miss by Rose, 0-2. Now Longo looks in. Pitch. Low. Off the plate. 1-2 to Rose. Sony on deck. Manco in the hole. And then if anybody gets on, Will Ryan. Here's the pitch by Longo. In there, called strike 3. So Rose down on strikes. Now the batter, number 15, Miles Missoni. One down, bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch by Longo. Low. 1-0. Mount Olive 16-6 on the season. 9-1 in the NJAC National Division. Pitch by Longo. 2-0. Pope John 8-10. Hit a stretch lately, some bad luck, so 5-5 in the American Division of the NJAC. Here's the pitch by Longo. Fouled off. So to count 2-1 to Masoni. Manco on deck. Longo looks in. Time called by the catcher. Umpire grants it. 2-1 count to Masoni. Longo into the wind. Delivers. Low. 3-1 to Masoni. Lions looking to put some runners on here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch. High, ball 4. Masoni works a walk. And now the batter, number 31, Joseph Manco. Manco had a home run a few weeks ago here. A game we didn't cover. I've been waiting for the Lions to hit a home run over the fence here for all season. Portman's hit a couple. Manco has one. But always in games I haven't been here. So Portman almost hit one. And then he hit an inside the park one, which I was here for. So just waiting for the power to come out. Here's the pitch by Longo. Swing and a miss. And the throw. Safe. So Masoni takes off for second. He's in there. Stolen base. I could ask for a more perfect spring-like baseball kind of day. I don't know if you're in the New York area, you'll enjoy the Yankees-Mets later on today. New York's still coming off the high of the Knicks beating the Celtics in the NBA playoffs. Oh, low and away, and a nice play by William Shelton to save that. But the weather for this weekend, at least for today, is gorgeous. Will Ryan on deck. Masoni on second. Here's the pitch to Manco. High fly ball, left field, way back, and away it goes. Home run, Joseph Manco. Manco gets into one, sends it over the left field fence, and the Pope John Lions take a 3-2 lead. What a 2-run shot by Manco. I was just asking for it, and Manco delivers. Thank you, Joe. 3-2, Pope John over Mount Olive. So now, the pitch by Longo. Swing and a miss by Will Ryan. A 2-run homer for Joseph Manco, and the Lions lead 3-2. Now the pitch by Longo. In there, called strike. On deck for Pope John, number 25, Evan Johnson. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on Will Ryan. So 2 down now, and the batter, number 25, Evan Johnson. Gigante and Weeks getting loose in the bullpen, just kind of long tossing to each other, so nothing too serious. I wouldn't expect Portman to be out of the game. I think he's going to be back for his 5th inning. Here's the pitch by Longo. Fouled off behind home plate, out of play. Now the pitch to Johnson. Low. What a home run over the left field fence for Joseph Manco. I'm very happy I didn't park my car right behind it. Hello again. I see over at the softball fields, they'll hit foul ball after foul ball onto Andover Avenue. Whoa. Hit one car driving by a few weeks ago. Here's the pitch by Longo. Outside. Now Longo with the pitch. In there, called strike two. Full count now to Johnson. Portman on deck. Here's the pitch. Liner to short. Nice leaping catch by the after 4 innings. And Pope John Lions have taken the lead 3-2 over the Mount Olive Marauders. We'll be back for top of the 5th action right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School as we start the stream again here. We have some temperature issues here with the sun beating down on the phone. May have to move it over to the side if we continue having those issues. Portman with the pitch. Fouled off, out of play. Three and two count, the more. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 4. So Matt Olive is able to work a walk. I'm going to move our camera over to right next to the Pope John dugout because of the sun beating down on his phone. It's already gone ahead and canceled the feed a couple of times. So while we're in between batters, let's go ahead and do that. Pitched. High. Pop up. Left center field. Manco over. Makes the catch. 2 down and a runner back to first. So now let's go ahead and move over here. Try and move into the shade as much as possible. We lost feed because of the temperature. So now here's the pitch. Oh, 1-0.